For more than 25 years, Bruce Beck has represented the gold standard for sports broadcasting in New York City. He has also used his considerable talents to help St. John's, and our university is proud to call him friend. Mr. Beck began his storied career in 1982 as a staff broadcaster with the MSG network, anchoring the station's coverage of the Knicks, the Rangers, and the Yankees. He then hosted Sports Talk and Sports Images on the Comcast network before joining News 4 New York in 1998, where he serves as the station's weekend sports anchor and reports on sports news throughout the week for various telecasts. Indeed, he has covered nearly every professional sport for News 4, including prominent events such as the Olympic Games, Super Bowl 42, the World Series, the NBA and Stanley Cup Finals, the U.S. Open Golf Championship, and the NCAA Final Four, and has also hosted several sports talk shows. He is the recipient of numerous awards for excellence, including multiple New York Sports Emmys and designation as New York State Sportscaster of the Year for 2007 by the National Sportscasters and Sports Writers Association. Each summer, he runs a sports broadcasting camp at the Yogi Berra Museum and Learning Center in Montclair, New Jersey, teaching the fundamentals of broadcasting to young people. He has participated in countless charitable endeavors, such as PACE, Parents Against Childhood Epilepsy, the March of Dimes Greater New York Chapter, the Multiple Sclerosis Foundation, and the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Hudson Valley. Every Thanksgiving, Mr. Beck and his family serve guests at the St. John's University Bread and Life Soup Kitchen Community Center in Brooklyn, and attendees at the university's annual President's Dinner at New York's famed Waldorf Astoria have enjoyed his role as Master of Ceremonies for the evening's formal ceremony. Today, St. John's University, in recognition of his outstanding career and his enduring friendship, takes pride and pleasure in conferring upon Bruce Beck, honoris causa, the degree of Doctor of Letters.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to introduce our commencement speaker, Bruce Beck.
Wow, I've waited all my life to be a doctor. My wife can now say she's married to a doctor. My mother can finally say, my son the doctor. Thank you so much, St. John's University, for this wonderful degree. And good morning, everyone. What an honor it is to deliver the commencement address for this prestigious university. What a privilege it is to be part of the fabric of New York, because St. John's is New York, and we are St. John's. St. John's, an outstanding university that has been making a difference in the lives of young people for 139 years. You know, today is not about me. It's about you, the distinguished class 2009 class. Has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Of St. John's University Staten Island campus. Today you are done officially. Done with your undergraduate studies, and in some cases, your graduate studies. 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, in some cases 6 years of sweat, determination, worrying, studying, partying, and most of all, dreaming. They call the college experience the greatest years of your life, and they're right. It is special, will always be special, and someday will be looked upon as the glory years of your life. Bruce Springsteen talks about glory days, but these will forever be glory years. Still, I promise you that there are countless amazing times ahead of you. I know this is a time where doom and gloom reign supreme, where people are obsessed with the economy, the environment, the job market, and you can easily get caught up in a tsunami of negativity. But why embrace the pessimism when you can approach things differently? Friends, you can't become obsessed with fear. Last May at my son's graduation from Boston University, the commencement speaker was Larry Lucchino, president of the Red Sox, a team I vehemently dislike. But I have to admit he shared a great quote with the graduates. It was from the movie Defending Your Life. Fear is like a giant fog. It sits on your brain and blocks everything. Real happiness, true happiness, real feeling, real joy, they can't get through the fog. But if you lift it, then buddy, you're in for the ride of your life. Lucchino used a great quote. I still hope the Red Sox fail to make the playoffs. But my point is, instead of being scared about what you've done, what you've become, and where you're headed, accept the challenge that lies ahead. Rumor has it we're in the worst recession since the Great Depression. But I say these times present the perfect opportunity. And remember, don't limit your goals. Don't be narrow with your focus. It's a time for creativity. Tweet, tweet. It's a time to think out of the box. I remember my younger brother's college graduation. It was 1982 at Ithaca College. And the keynote speaker was financial journalist Jane Bryant Quinn. Her message still reverberates to this day. Follow your opportunities. If you want to be a doctor, don't be afraid to be a lawyer. If you think your expertise is history, don't turn down a career in literature. If you believe you should be an electrician, don't laugh when you become a plumber. You know, I started out as a play-by-play guy because I loved it. Now I'm a sports anchor, and I love it too. So keep your eyes open. Make sure you see the whole playing field. But promise me one thing. When you do settle on a career, try to enjoy it. You'll be more productive. As Steve Jobs, co-founder of Apple, said, you've got to find what you love. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. Keep in mind, nothing comes without hard work. That's always been my mantra. It's all about preparation and attention to detail. When I worked for 12 years at Madison Square Garden Network, I was fortunate to cover Pat Riley when he coached the Knicks. Riley said there are two options regarding hard work. You're either in or you're out. If you can't outthink someone, you can outwork them. If you can't outrun someone, you can outwork them. If you can't outdo someone, you can outwork them. That wise philosopher, Lou Carnesecca, he won 526 games over 24 seasons at St. John's, and he once said, nothing happens in the performance that doesn't happen in the rehearsal. You know, it's true on the basketball court. It's also true on the playing field called life.